For nearly 2 decades, Dutch politics revolved around one man, Geert Wilders. His anti-Islam rhetoric, his platinum hair, his fierce speeches against Brussels and migration, he defined a generation of political noise. But in October 2025, that noise finally met its echo. Dutch voters, tired of outrage, turned towards something quieter: optimism. Rob Jetten, a 38-year-old centrist liberal from the Democrats' 66 party, led a campaign built not on fear, but on hope. His slogan was simple: "Het kan wel." It can be done. And somehow it was. D66 jumped from near irrelevance to the top of Dutch politics, edging out Wilders' far-right Party for Freedom. The result is close, but the message is unmistakable. The Netherlands, once seen as a laboratory for European populism, has chosen moderation again. Who is Rob Jetten? He's a child of the pragmatic Netherlands, the son of a teacher and an accountant, a lifelong liberal, and a self-confessed political nerd. He served as climate minister under Mark Rutte, now NATO's Secretary-General, and learned the art of calm under pressure. At 38, he could become the country's first openly gay prime minister, symbolizing not a radical break, but the confident normality of modern Dutch life. His rise is a story of timing and temperament. Wilders' 11-month coalition collapsed in June after rows over immigration exposed the limits of populism in a consensus-driven society. People were simply exhausted by rhetoric, by division, by the sense that every debate was a fight. Jetten's positivity, his smile, his patience, his message of building rather than blaming, offered something rare in politics today: relief. Of course, in the Netherlands, winning an election is just the beginning. Coalition talks can take months. To form a government, Jetten will need at least 3 or 4 partners: the centre-right VVD, the Christian Democrats, maybe the Labour-Green Alliance. That process will be long, full of compromises and full of risk. But the very fact that the far right is out of that conversation marks a quiet transformation. So why does this matter beyond The Hague? Because the Netherlands often sets the tone for Europe's north: pragmatic, prosperous, globally connected. A centrist renewal there suggests that the liberal middle of Europe isn't finished. It's fighting back, not with anger, but with competence and optimism. For Brussels, it means one of the EU's founding members is returning to a more constructive role. Expect renewed Dutch cooperation on climate, tech, and defense. For Berlin and Paris, it means a stable partner instead of another populist headache. And for the far right across Europe, from Le Pen to Meloni, it's a warning that outrage has limits. Still, nothing is guaranteed. The same frustrations that fueled Wilders, housing shortages, migration, inequality, are still there. Jetten has promised to build 10 new cities and solve the housing crisis. If he fails, the anger will return. If he delivers, the Netherlands could show that liberal democracy still works. Rob Jetten represents a generation that wants politics to feel constructive again. Not naive, not perfect, but decent. He has turned the phrase "it can be done" into more than a slogan. It's now a test for Europe's future. The Netherlands has turned a page on populism. Whether the story that follows is renewal or relapse will depend on what Jetten does next. But for now, Europe is watching The Hague with something it hasn't felt in a while: hope. If you enjoyed this analysis, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and visit westernrelations.com for deeper political insight from Europe and beyond. Thank you for watching.